Hi guys, I hope you're all having a good day. Just wanted to briefly do a quick video on some shoulder blade movement and mobility drills. A lot of times people do come in with shoulder and neck pain, and oftentimes those shoulder blades are just not moving properly. So I just wanted to run over a couple of the movements that the shoulder blades do and how you can correct and kind of neutralize some of the strains that your mid-back or shoulders might be feeling if those blades are not working properly. Some people have the tendency to, if they slouch, also cave in their mid-back and round their shoulders forward. This position of the blades is called protraction. This is when you round them forward. It's not the best for how they work and what they do. The actual blade movement should always be in a more retracted way. This keeps them a little bit more neutral. The other planes that the blade has to work in are elevation, depression, and this is protraction when you're rounding forward, and then lastly retraction. Oftentimes this may also be called stacking or cueing the blades, especially if you're doing lat pull downs or you're doing rows. It's just a way to tell somebody keep those blades back there because they have a tendency to run forward. So to warm up, we'll do a couple of shoulder rolls and then move a little bit. Then we'll go over some specific stretches. And you can obviously follow along as I'm doing this video so that your blades are going to get some stretch and exercise out of it too. It'll probably take you all of 3 or 4 minutes, so I hope you enjoy. So first a little bit of elevation and then dropping the shoulders down. Next, to depress them, you want to actively push them down. This is a harder one to do, but just try to sort of actively get those shoulders down there. You're forcefully pushing them downward because you want them to stay down. Next one is protraction. This is just to get a bit of a stretch for the mid-back. And lastly, there's retraction. That's when you pinch them back. So it's a bit of a weird movement if you haven't done any retraction with your blades before. One way that you can get some benefit of this is if you move the shoulders and the elbows back at the same time. That way you know as you're about to touch the blades as close as they can together that you're doing it the right way. So this again is called the retraction. Now if you want to combine some of those movements, follow me and you'll see how my blades are moving and what they should be doing at what time. So with the blades retracted, I'm going to have my hands overhead. I'm going to reach up. Now I can elevate them as well, getting a nice stretch. Going back to neutral, I can then elevate them again. And one last one. This feels really good for the lats as well, the triceps, a little bit of everything, and the pecs. Next, you can depress them by bringing the arms down. This is a bit of a harder one to do, but try your best with this. To get some retraction going, you literally just pinch them back. Use the hands to guide you. You want to see those blades approximating right on your back. And then you can try to also do them just as little movement as there is, just on their own. So I'm going to elevate and depress them, elevate and depress them, protract and retract, protract, retract. You can also do a little bit of reaching. Now bring your arms overhead. Reach up again, elevate those blades, let them settle down nicely, and then tilt sideways. You can do this one at least a couple of times. And lastly, this is actually a maneuver that's used to show someone how good or bad their rotation is at the shoulder joint, but we're going to use it just to get a feel of the movement that you may have or may not have or are lacking. For me, this right shoulder is a little bit worse in internal rotation, so you'll see when I get up to here, I'm going to struggle a little bit. reach up overhead. First the right hand is on top, then the left is on the bottom. You might see a little bit of winging on that side, which is when the blade border comes out or juts out. Hang out here for a few seconds, and then you switch sides. So here I'm going to have a little bit of a harder time getting that right hand down there, but I do eventually get them to touch. So that is all of the exercises I wanted to review today for the shoulder blade mobility. I hope you gave these a try. Remember to always consult with somebody who is a specialist in this field to make sure that you're doing these exercises. They're the right thing for you to do as well. Thanks for watching. As always, I'll be posting some more videos on a weekly basis, hopefully, and I'll see you all soon next time. Thanks again.